Thank you everyone for joining us today for today's presentation. This webinar will be conducted by IULM University. We have today with us two special guests from Università IULM University, Alberto Paravicini and Ilaria Allocca, who are both student guidance and recruiting, responsible for student guidance and recruiting. With us, we also have Tiago, who is an undergraduate student at IULM and who will bring us his experience. He will tell you more about his experience at Università IULM. I will now leave the presentation to Alberto. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A session where you can write all your questions, and then we will be able to answer all your questions at the end of the presentation, which will last around 40 minutes. So after 40 minutes of presentation, we will then have the time to go through all your questions and answer to them promptly. Okay, so thank you very much again for joining us. And now I leave the presentation to Alberto.
Okay, well, thank you, Eleonora, and thank you everyone for being connected with us. And well, my name is Alberto. I have been working here for more than 10 years now, and I'm also a graduate from this university. So you will be speaking with me, with Ilaria, and we are both alumni from this university, and also with Tiago, who's a current student, a current undergraduate student studying communication at the IULM University. So, yeah, these are our faces and our names and surnames, and but let's start talking about our university. And first of all, I want to tell you that we've just turned 50, so we established in 1968, and we are a focused, we are a very specialized university. So we are not a very, a comprehensive university offering any kind of specialization. We concentrate on communication. And communication in 1968 meant especially putting people together, so understanding what people said. And so our first faculty was the one in interpreting and foreign languages. Nowadays, we have 3 main colleges, 3 main schools. We still have the one about interpreting and translation, but the biggest one is about communication, public relation, and advertising. So this is, the most famous here in Italy, and starting to grow international exposure as well. But communication is not just public relation, advertising, and media, but also some niche part of the communication, not that niche actually, because arts, tourism is also a very big part of it, and it's also growing. And we are not a huge institution, we are a medium-sized university. Our student body is around 5,500 students, and we also have around 300 professors, but also benefiting from a lot of professionals delivering lectures at our university. And one of the most important key feature about the IULM University is it's being very close to the job market. So why people come to our university from all over Italy and from all over the world? So basically, because we offer highly targeted programs that has, a focus on career. So we offer programs where our students can learn actual knowledge and use them for real challenges in the real world. And well, this works actually because our employment rate is above the national average. So we graduate people that actually work, and we do this also nurturing relationship with the job market with the Italian and international companies. and these companies eventually provide internship opportunities, placement opportunities for our students. So you will benefit both from a solid academic education and with practical experience. So you will acquire something that you will really apply in the job market. And just one more thing, I really love to talk about is about our university. I mentioned we are not a massive university, so we are a small institution, and we try to be as close as possible to our students. And 5 years ago, we launched a peer tutoring program. Basically, it's about our senior students mentoring newcomers. So if you come here, you won't be alone. I mean, any students coming to a new institution face the same challenges, but we will try to have you, welcome in your new family. So you will meet senior brothers, senior sisters that can help you tackle these new challenges and feel yourself at home at our university. So I think this is a very important feature. And another one, of course, why should you come to our university? Because we are in Milan. And so we are in Italy. You know perfectly what Italy means, but maybe I will tell you a bit more about Milan. Some of you know about fashion, about design, because Milan, of course, is the capital of fashion, arts, and design. But it's not just a traditional Italian city. It is traditional yet cosmopolitan. So we have loads of historical heritage. We have a lot of legacy in our city, but also we offer a truly international experience. So you will meet people from all over the world in Milan. And this is in the DNA of the city, because I will tell you the real meaning of Milan, which is being in the middle of the land. So being a hub for communication, for trading, and it has always been like this since its foundation some 600 years before our era. All right, and before going in deeper detail about our programs, I will just give you an overview of the Italian higher education system. Of course, we have undergraduate programs, we have bachelor programs lasting 3 years. And then one peculiarity about the Italian system is that we have two different kind of graduate programs, two different kind of master. We have 2-year graduate degrees, Master of Science or Master of Arts, and we have also 1-year professional master's program, more focused on a specific industry, and so which is I think they are a good choice for people who have a clear idea in mind. All right, so I will start talking a bit about our 2-year master's degree programs. So basically, these are courses that you can take if you have already graduated. So if you possess a bachelor degree, and we offer 2-year master programs both in Italian and in English. The first one is about specialized translation and conference interpreting. It's a very technical program, training translators and interpreting from and to Italian. So you need to master Italian at very high level. And we offer a second program in television, cinema, and new media. It's a really hands-on program featuring lots of laboratories and with a shared first year and 3 concentration for the second year about television, cinema, and also video gaming and visual arts. The third one is about marketing and communication. And even in this program, we have 3 different curricula, one in brand management, another one in retail, and the third one for those who want to manage the digital marketing aspects. And last but not least, of course, we have a program which is called the Arts, Markets and Cultural Heritage, which is for people who want to be able to work in the field of contemporary art, managing any kind of aspects, marketing of arts, communication of arts, fundraising. So very interesting, and of course, taking this such kind of program in Italy is the right place to take it. All right, so if you're still with me, okay, and we will talk a bit more about our English taught programs, starting from the one in strategic communication. Here it is. This is this 2-year Master of Science in Strategic Communication. I'd like to tell you a bit more about the genesis, about how we designed this program. So basically, we've been running strategic communication for 3 years now, but it's not a new program because IULM University was the very first university in Italy to ever have a program in public relation that is dating back to the 80s of the last century. And so this is, the natural development of having such expertise. And before designing and structuring the program, so we tried to see what were the actual needs of the market. So if we take a look at this slide, and you can see some of the key trends, key issues for strategic communication. This is taken from a survey. It's already 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, survey, and interviewing European communication professional. But I like to draw your attention to one of these aspects, which is coping with the digital evolution, which doesn't mean just that you experience communication on your smartphone and not on the old TV or newspaper. But the real big thing is that now any kind of communication is measurable. So we are able and we need to train professionals who are able not just to have the soft touch of communication, not just to be good communicator, but also good managers and people who are able to cope with the quantitative aspects of communication, not just with quality. So people who can manage data analysis and data crunching alongside with coping with press offices or designing a marketing campaign or an advertising campaign or such things. And this program revolves around 5 key elements. It's a practical program, of course. So first you practice and then you acquire theory from the field. It features an international faculty. It's made up of Italian and international professionals and professors. And if they are Italian, of course, they have either teaching or a professional experience abroad. Then we have also an advisory board, which is made up of companies who helped us design the program and they are assisting us to provide internship opportunities, field projects, and eventually, of course, placement opportunities to our students. It's an international program, of course, it's taught in English, and we have a lot of partnership with international universities. I'll tell you a bit more about this later. And talking about the curriculum, of course, we have a focus on strategic communication skills like crisis management, like brand identity and reputation management, but not only this. I told you that the new communicator must be a real manager, so someone who's able to cope with the organizational aspect of his company or the company he works in, and also able also to help define and design the corporate strategy of the company. These are some of the companies there are partnering us in the advisory board. You can recognize some well-known Italian brands about food, for instance, but we also have multinational companies like Samsung, like Coca-Cola, and so we are very proud to be together in this new venture. And yeah, I promised that I would speak a bit about the international exposure and experience you can have during the program. We have a dual degree agreement with the UK university, with the University of Huddersfield. So basically, students can experience the second semester of their second year at this university in England, requiring not only an Italian Master of Science, but also a postgraduate certificate in marketing communications. Or if you want just to have a bit of international touch in your training, you can experience a period during your second year. Well, actually, usually it's 6 months experience in one of this university. And you can see some university close to Milan, like in Sweden or Belgium, or in the UK once again, but also in Canada or Australia. And yeah, I think that's it for the one in strategic communication. And I will love to leave the floor to my colleague, my beloved colleague Lelaria, and she will tell you a bit more about another program, the one in hospitality and tourism management.
Okay. Hello, hi everyone. Thank you very much, Alberto, for your presentation. Thank you. Now I'm here to show you the program of Hospitality and Tourism Management, the other program that we offer in English language. And as you can see, it's a dual degree. So let's start with a brief introduction of this program. As you may know, the tourism sector trends require new skills. So that's why your university designed this brand new program. Why I say brand new? Because it's a very peculiar one. This slide, I think it's very specific, because this program will offer you the opportunity to spend your first year at IULM University, so here in Milan, in Italy, and then you will have 3 options, because you can choose 3 destinations according to your opportunities and to your willingness. So you can choose the University of Central Florida, in particular the UCF. So UCF, so Rosen College in Florida in the USA, or the Université Grenoble-Alpes in France. Or again, you can also choose to spend your second year here at IULM University in Milan. So in any case, you will earn, in the 2 cases, so Florida or Grenoble, you will earn a double degree. So if you choose the University of Central Florida, you will earn a Master of Science in Hospitality and Tourism Management, along with a Laurea Magistrale, so the typical academic Italian title of master. And if you will choose Grenoble-Alpes, you will earn the master, the French master, the maîtrise, or again, the Italian title. So that's why it's a very peculiar program. But let's see together the partner universities. So University of Central Florida, a very good one. I have to say, to be honest, that is one of the top 5 tourism and hospitality schools in the world, in particular the Rosen College. So if you choose this destination, you will have the opportunity to become a real expert in the field of hospitality and tourism management. While if you will choose to go to France, you will train on the cultural side of tourism, so destination tourism, in order to acquire much more academic background. Or again, you will have the opportunity to spend the second year here at IULM University with a specialization in innovation, creativity, and tourism. So a very good opportunity to stay here and complete your international experience in Italy. Why not? This program is peculiar also because of the companies that are partners of this program. So at the end of your academic path at the end of your experience, you might have the opportunity to live a job experience in one of these companies which are partner of the program. So it's a very hands-on program and practical one, taught for those people who want to become experts in the field of tourism and hospitality. So it's a very peculiar. Here from this slide, you can also see the professional profiles that you can develop at the end of your master degree. So experience design and destination management, or hospitality management, or commercial management in tourism, and event management, and of course online travel and digital marketing. So you see, you will achieve a very wide expertise in this industry. Maybe if you have questions, if you might have questions at the end of the webinar, you can post to me all the questions that you might have. So let's go on, and I'd like to show you also our one-year masters, because as Alberto said before, in Italy we have two kind of postgraduate programs, the two-year master and the one-year masters. One-year masters, which are managed by the school, the business school of IULM University, that is a school of communication. And I'd like to briefly show you all our offer. We do offer programs both in Italian and in English. As you may notice, all our one-year masters are focused on the field of communication. So we try to develop communication in many industries. So for example, fashion, design, we can see also journalism, food and wine communication, so also very peculiar one, marketing, and also if we see the English taught program, if we check them, we can also see international communication, again, hospitality and tourism management, game design, innovation and entrepreneurship, museology, and communication for international relations. These programs are very peculiar because they are designed to be 6 months classes and 6 months internships. So students will acquire the theory during the first 6 months, and then they will put into practice the theory during their internships in Italy or abroad, and this is possible. So we will offer you tailor-made internships. That's why they are quite different. They are taught for maybe people who already know their job destination, their job orientation. Okay, this is the difference. Now, again, if you may have questions at the end of the webinar, I'm here for you. And now, maybe for those interested, I'd like to introduce you to also the bachelor's degrees, because IULM University offers also an undergraduate offer. At the moment, we offer 5 courses completely taught in Italian that are courses strongly linked to our postgraduate program. So interpreting and communication, communication, media and advertising, public relations and corporate communication, so much more related to the corporate communication like marketing. And then tourism management and territory, and arts, media, and cultural events. But from next year, from 2019, we will have a very good news, some good news for you, a good opportunity, because we will launch public relations and corporate communications also in English language. So a very good opportunity for those of you who don't speak Italian, maybe. And so I think it's a very good opportunity. At the moment, I'd like to focus also on some technical, and bureaucratic stuff. From this slide, you may acquire all those information that are very important to international students, because we work for the recruitment, guidance, and admission office, so we know that these information are crucial for you. So here you may find the fees both for undergraduate students and for postgraduate students. But IULM University has designed some special financial aid for those talented international students. So each year we do offer reductions on first-year tuition fees for our most talented students. So why not asking for this big opportunity for you? And again, if you may have questions also about these points, I'm here for you. For sure, I'd also like to underline that we do offer accommodation because IULM University has two residences, so two residencies, one inside the university, the other just 5 minutes walk distance from the IULM campus. So you can also ask for a bed for you, so for a room, and it will be a very a complete international experience because you will have the opportunity to study here and also to live here, so to completely living the campus, and I think it's quite important for your future choice. Maybe also some technical stuff in order to understand how is our admission procedures. Let's start from bachelor's degrees. For sure, if you want to come to Italy and study in Italy, you will need at least 12 years of schooling. So that is the big point. And then, of course, if you will choose an Italian taught program, remember that you will need at least a B2 level of knowledge of this language. You will need to prove your level thanks to a certificate, or if you don't possess a certificate, if you are not in possession of a certificate, you can also take here at your university or online by using online methods. You can also take an Italian test here at your university in order to assess your Italian level. From the other hand, if you will choose, for example, public relations and corporate communication taught in English, you won't need this test and also the Italian certificate. The process is quite simple, so you just have to submit your qualifications, and then we will assess the documents and tell you if you are eligible, and then you will proceed with online enrollment. We will provide you with an invitation letter, and then you can use the letter to go to the consulate or to the Italian embassy in order to start the procedure. But don't worry, because we are here for you. We will help you step by step. Yes, Alberto?
Yeah, of course, this is just for non-EU students, of course. If you're from Spain or from Portugal,
sure.
Of course, you don't need to go to the Italian consulate.
Sure.
You can enroll directly at the university. I just wanted to add this for
yes.
those of our friends are coming from these countries.
Yes, for sure, yes. For sure, no, Spanish people don't need a visa at all. And again, requirements for the 2-year masters, quite similar. You just have to submit again the qualifications, and then we will assess documents, tell you if your documents are okay for us in order to tell you if you're eligible for the admission test. Once passed the admission test, you will proceed with the online enrollment, and then we will send you again the invitation letter to use through the Italian embassy or consulate. You, for sure, for this program, will need a bachelor degree. So we will assess your previous title. We will need to assess if you are proficient in Italian, whether you will choose an Italian program again, or if you are proficient in English, whether you will choose the strategic communication or hospitality and tourism management, for example. So that's it, quite simple, but again, we are here for you. So step by step, we will guide you through this procedure. Okay, now I think it's time to leave the floor to Tiago, one of IULM students. He is from Brazil, so he is now with us, and he will tell you his experience. I'm going to translate him into English for those of you who are not yet Portuguese speakers, because Tiago will speak in Portuguese. So please, Tiago.
Bom dia a todos, para quem está me vendo aí. Eu sou o Thiago, eu tenho 21 anos, sou brasileiro, óbvio, como vocês perceberam. Eu moro na Itália já fazem dois anos, mais ou menos, e atualmente eu estou frequentando a IULM, fazem mais ou menos 2 meses.
Corporate communications for 2 months.
Bom, um dos motivos principais para eu ter vindo aqui para a Itália e ter escolhido a IULM, com certeza, foi a estrutura que eu encontrei aqui quando eu cheguei na IULM. É uma estrutura muito tecnológica, tudo muito bem organizado, tudo muito novo. E E claro, aqui eles foram muito receptivos comigo, eles me ajudaram em tudo que eu precisei. E um outro motivo é, claro, o fato que você está em Milão. E estar em Milão é com certeza uma coisa que ajuda muito, porque você está no centro da Itália, você encontra tudo, você encontra gente do mundo e todo, e claro, na universidade também, vocês vão encontrar pessoas do mundo todo. Então você vai conseguir fazer amizades de todo mundo, você encontra de tudo aqui. É com certeza muito bom.
Okay, so why did I choose IULM? I think that I chose IULM because it's a good university, it's a quality one. I love the structure, so buildings, I love the location, and I also love the availability of those people who work here at the university, because I think that their offices are very functional, and I will have many opportunities thanks to those people. And of course, because I chose this university because it is in Milan. I noticed that Milan, it's quite different from Latin America, in particular Brazil. But I really love this lifestyle. I really love these lifestyles. And I think that Milan is a very international city because you may meet people from all over the world. And also here at university, in my class, for example, my classmates are from all over the world and also from Latin America. So I really appreciate this fact.
Bom, eu conheci a IULM graças a uma minha amiga brasileira, que ela também estuda aqui, onde ela me falou, nessa faculdade você vai ser muito bem recebido, os professores vão ser muito disponíveis, vão querer te ajudar em tudo, vão estar te ajudando em que você precisar. E não só os professores, mas quem trabalha ali, eles vão tentar te ajudar, tudo que você precisar e que for necessário. E em relação a isso, depois de todo o procedimento que eu fiz de inscrição, eles organizaram alguns encontros com os estudantes, os alunos estrangeiros de todo o mundo, onde eles nos fizeram conhecer Milão, nos fizeram conhecer a faculdade toda, nos fizeram nos sentir bem em casa, bem parte dessa faculdade. E com certeza isso ajudou muito na minha escolha e eu me senti bem em casa aqui, com certeza.
Okay. I got in touch with you thanks of a friend of mine who is actually enrolled here at university. He's attending public relation and corporate communication as well. So she told me that university is a very good one because of the quality of its professors. They are very well prepared, always available, and also classes are really well organized. Also, so the relationship between students and professors is quite good. And then maybe I can tell you something more about my starting experience here at university, maybe my first days here. I remember that I attended the welcome days, okay, where I met other people enrolled from all over the world here at university at their first year, like me, like Thiago. And I remember that during these 3 days, we did a presentation of services, of the faculties, and all about regarding the offer and the opportunity that I will find here during my 3 years. And then we did a meeting with the peer tutors, so senior students that will help us coping with exams, doubts, questions, and of course classes. And then we did also a Milan guided city tour in order to understand better the city, the lifestyle of Milan, and maybe also some new areas.
Bom, aqui vocês não vão precisar se preocupar com nada. Eles vão te ajudar em qualquer coisa que vocês precisarem, que for necessário. Vocês podem estar contatando eles. Eles com certeza vão ser muito gentis, igual foram comigo. E me explicaram tudo, eu não tive nenhum problema, foi tudo muito tranquilo, muito fácil, de verdade. Então, eu aconselho vocês procurarem sobre a IULM, porque vocês não vão se arrepender. E se vocês precisarem de qualquer coisa, eles vão estar disponíveis para vocês. E espero que a gente possa se encontrar aqui nos próximos anos e porque vocês não vão se arrepender. E é isso. Obrigado a todos. Obrigado.
Thank you. So I just want to give you some advices, maybe some advice, maybe. So don't worry for the procedures, the application process, because IULM University is really open to new questions. The admission office is here for you in order to guide you step by step in this process, in the application procedure. They are really kind. They were with me, so they will be also with you. And so I would say thank you very much for being there, and I really hope to see you and to meet you next year here at IULM University. It will be really a pleasure for me. So maybe I think that maybe Tiago has something more to add to the presentation. Maybe I leave you again the floor.
Sì, adesso parlo un po' in italiano.
Oh, wow.
Sì, questi anni qui in Italia l'ho imparato abbastanza velocemente.
Wow.
Ed è tutto qua. Spero di vedervi qua e basta. Tutto questo. Grazie a tutti.
Wow, he's speaking in Italian, so
Great job, Tiago. Actually, you have the Milan accent.
Thank you.
Yeah, really, really. Wow, very good experience. So also international students may study Italian, may learn Italian and speak Italian very, very fluently as Tiago.
Well done.
That's great. So just to recap what we have done in the meantime, while you were presenting, we have received a lot of questions in Spanish. So what we have done is we have translated the main questions that we have received in the Q&A session. So for the panelists, you will be able to see all the questions translated in English so that you can go over and answer each one of them one by one. Okay, so for all the participants that are connected, so please stay there because we will answer all your questions one by one.
Okay, well,
so we can start with the question and answer session, or would you like to add anything before the questions?
Well, I will just love to thank you for being with us all the time and for making so many questions. We'll be very glad to answer all of them, and so I'm glad we also have some time to do it. And so the first one is that they're just a mastery program. So yeah, I think that Ilaria, my colleague, already answered to this question because of course we offer also bachelor programs, and as we mentioned, the majority of them are offered in Italian. If you speak Spanish or if you speak Portuguese, it won't be, I mean, a big issue also mastering Italian. So I think you can do it quite easily. And of course, starting from next year, we will offer also this new program in English for those of you who don't feel at ease with Italian yet. And yeah, we have another important question from Roberto.
Yeah, Roberto is from our team. He translated all the questions.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So you can see the name of the person who has the question right before the
thank you.
Sentence.
Thank you. So about scholarships. So we can get back, I think, to the slide about scholarship and take a look at this a bit. So basically we offer 3 kinds of financial aid. IULM University as an institution offer 50% tuition reduction on the first year tuition fees. So basically if as an undergraduate student you were to pay 1,400 euro, you will pay half price for the first year. If you this is on merit base. So if you're talking about bachelor applicants, if your high school final grade is at least 70%. The same goes for master applicants. So it's going to be the equivalent of 80 on a top score of 110, which is the maximum score in Italy, which is around 70%, 72%. So if you have such qualification, you are eligible to apply for a 50% reduction on your first year. Apart from this, we offer special rate accommodation, which is something quite good because Milan is a crowded city, and accommodation, I mean, is key to feel at home here. And apart from this, IULM University, just like any Italian university, offer also regional scholarship. So it's a bit complicated to tell you about this scholarship because they are founded by the local authority, and they provide quite a lot of opportunities actually. So if you're eligible, you will get a refund of 50% of what you have paid. If you're more than eligible, so you're well ranked in this list, you will get an actual grant up to 4,500 euros. And you can get also some benefits in terms of accommodation and also free access to the canteen, to the meal services. This is not based just on merit, but it also based on your economic situation. So the complication about this is just that you will have to gather all your documents, have them translated and legalized, but then once the paperwork is done, you will benefit from a lot of opportunities. So I think this is a bit more about scholarship. Of course, you can write us. I will show you on our last slide our email. You can write all your questions there, and you will. I think Eleonora, please help me. They will also get this presentation, and so they will be able to review it.
I confirm absolutely. So after this webinar, after this presentation, you will receive an email containing all the information, the presentation that you've seen today, as well as the direct contacts of the student guidance and recruiting team who spoke today at the presentation. So you will be able to get in contact with them directly, send them an email, have a Skype call, have a phone call. You will be able to really interact with them for all your questions. But we have a lot of other questions now to answer more. So we can proceed. We have a lot of questions translated. Actually, we have also a question from a student who then needs to go. So I would start from that one. So Maria is asking whether you accept for scholarship only university degrees or also tertiary level degrees, which I don't know if you're familiar with this type of degree, if it's more technical perhaps, degrees with a technical background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe for scholarships, I let Alberto answer. So he can
about this, of course, we have to go through the qualification. So the best thing is just to email us your qualification, send us your diploma and your transcript of records, and we will go through it and let you know at once whether you're eligible or not for this. Because basically, if your title, higher education title makes you eligible for the university, for the program, it also makes you eligible for a scholarship. So it doesn't matter whether it's a research university or an applied science university title. So I think we will be happy to assess it.
Perfect. So the advice, we will also translate this answer here in the chat, but the advice that we have for you is to get in contact with Alberto and Ilaria directly, so that they will let you know as soon as possible whether you are eligible to get into the programs, if you can apply for scholarships, if you need to add anything to your current status, and so on. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. So we really invite you to contact them directly. So we see a lot of other questions are arriving.
Yeah, I will answer just one of these from Carlos. Yes, so basically it's asking if we provide some samples, I think, for the test. Yeah, we provide guidance for testing, of course. So if you're applying it to a master, we will give you some text. We will suggest you some books to read in order to get ready for the test as well. So you will know. We will assess your motivation and also your knowledge of some basic topics. Like, for instance, if you apply for strategic communication, you will have to know a bit, of course, about marketing and about statistics. But it's not a very high level. It's just to assess whether you're going to be able to attend the course and take the classes and everything.
Perfect.
All right.
We have questions arriving both on the chat and on the question and answer session. For everyone who has already a question in English, please, like I've seen Juliana has written on the chat, please write on the Q&A session so that we have all the questions there and we can answer them one by one, please.
Yeah, we also have a lot of questions about the tuition language. Of course, you need to master either English if the program is English taught, or Italian if it's Italian taught. So yeah, we will provide you some help, of course, even if you're here, in order to settle, and you will improve your level of Italian, of course, being here. But you need to possess at least a fairly good level of Italian when you apply, and not after it. So, and this is also necessary in order to apply for scholarship as well. Yeah. And we also have a question here about yeah, if it's going to be at least a 1-year experience, or if it can even be for less time. And maybe, Ilaria, would you tell some more about our visiting student opportunity?
Yeah, why not? Yes, for sure. We do offer also short-term experiences, because maybe we know that a complete choice to go abroad can be a little bit difficult at the beginning. So we offer 2 options. You can choose individual courses that is the opportunity to choose some modules of the course that you would love to attend, maybe in 1 year in the future. So you just have to choose 2 modules and then attend classes and take then the exam in order to get used to the university life, the classes, and also to achieve also some ECTS. So if it's a short-term experience, you can choose up to 2 individual courses per year, or 2 per semester. The other option is becoming a visiting student. That is a very good opportunity, because it is okay for any university. So it doesn't matter if we don't have partnership with your specific university. We accept students from any university, and you can come to your university and spend 1 semester or the whole year here in Milan, in our campus, in order to become a young student. Of course, Alberto is telling me that you need to be enrolled in another university, and for sure, even though it is not one of our partners.
Okay, so students can temporarily transfer to IULM University, attending 2 of your courses.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, many students, to be honest, choose this option just also for live an experience abroad in Italy. Yes.
Absolutely.
I see here a question from Kathleen. Yeah, I know Kathleen. We've known Kathleen for last year, and asking if her recommendation letter or admission letter is okay. And yeah, we will process your application once again. So get in touch with us, and if you already passed the application process, we can send you an invitation letter for
sure.
next year as well. But get in touch with us, and we will. It's good to see you here once again. So great. Any other communication master? If it's also for lawyers, so I think this is a question on the background, on the academic background. Well, it actually depends. So it depends on the program. The communication master, if you mean the 2-year Master of Science in Strategic Management, in Strategic Communication, well, we can assess your motivation alongside with your academic background. So yeah, law is not the most fitting background, but still we can assess it. And let me tell you that 1-year programs are much more flexible in terms of background. So if you're not eligible for a two-year program, you might be for a 1 year. Because they also benefit from a very diverse audience in the program.
Perfect. Plus, they say that usually lawyers have very good communication skills.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely. Yeah, and my wife as well. She's a lawyer, so
persuasive. Good.
All right.
To aspire to the scholarship, it is necessary to know how to speak English. Well, it always if you choose an English taught program, you will for sure need to know English. So that if you don't know English, you can be considered eligible for an English taught program as well as for a scholarship for sure. It's like a chain, you know. Okay, so it depends on which program are you going to choose.
We have one more question. No, we don't offer programs about medicine, as there are other universities in Milan that are offering terrific programs in medicine. So, I mean,
are there any masters that can be suitable for students who have a medicine background?
Yeah, we provide a program for it's more for nursing, and but it's.
What about communication applied to scientific field?
Yeah, that's more for teaching purposes.
Communication and scientific area maybe are not.
Yeah,
completely
but still, I mean, we are here in Milan. So if you're looking for a course in medicine in Italy or Milan, I mean. We will give you 5 minutes of our time, and so write to admission@iulm.com, and we will give you some advice and also some links to good medical school in Italy. So I will be pleased to do it.
Very good. I don't see. Ale is asking, do you have any master related to sustainability?
In terms of environment or engineering or something like this, because sustainability, of course, is a key issue, and also the one in hospitality and tourism management has a lot to do with sustainable tourism. So it depends on. Which training you intend with the sustainability, but definitely some of our master also cover this aspect.
Very good. If you have any other questions, please write to us, and we will be happy to answer. As you can see, our team is promptly translating.
Yeah, thank you.
The answers in Spanish as well.
Well, and while we wait for some more questions, and I would like just to tell you one thing about my personal, I think both experience, because I mean, take the risk to do an international experience, even if it's just a short-term experience. It will dramatically change your whole life. I mean, I've been a mobility student. I've been an exchange student when I was studying here, and I mean, it was something that that definitely changed my approach to the world. And we've been working with international students, both of us, for quite a while, and it's I mean, it's really rewarding for experiencing living abroad, meeting new people from all over the world, experience new perspective. It increases you as a person, and of course it increases also your professional skills, and it's definitely beneficial also for your future career. And I mean, some figures, some very factual data are telling this, and so do it.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah,
all those who have done an international experience, especially coming to Italy, coming to Milan, and coming to IULM, as Tiago has mentioned, have been very happy, because Italy is very welcoming, and you will not have any cultural issues, but you will learn a lot.
Yeah, especially if you come from Spain, from Latin America. I think that also the culture, I don't think that you will experience like a cultural shock. So, you know, Italy is very well known for their its hospitality and like a Mediterranean culture. So I think that you will feel like a dome. Like
and also the languages are very close, and so almost everyone would understand you, even if you don't speak perfect Italian, even if you speak Spanish or you speak Portuguese. Almost everyone will understand you, and will do its best to support you and help you while you're here.
Yes, I definitely agree. In Doxid itself, there are a lot of we have a lot of colleagues from South America and from Spain as well, and they have all been very enriched by this experience here culturally, and they all like the Italian quality of life. So
yeah. And talking about professional experience, and once you're graduated, please, I mean, be aware that after graduation, you can stay here. I mean, if you're here with a student visa, you can extend it up to 12 months after graduation, and for job seeking or even setting up your own company. So I mean, it's just not that rigid, and it's not just for Italy, it's for the whole of Europe. So really, Milan can be a doorway to Europe and also to working in Europe.
Absolutely. So if you have any other questions, guys, please feel free to write to us. We still have a few more minutes. They are asking, since when can I apply for a career? I believe they mean for a course.
A program.
Yeah.
For a program.
Yeah, our applications are already open. So if you want to submit your titles even tomorrow, you can do it. Yes, for sure.
Basically, you just needed to write an email to this address, to admission, and I mean, uploading or just, I mean, forwarding us your curriculum, your resume, your CV, a motivation letter, and your academic documents. So either your certificate or enrollment to the university, your diploma, and your transcript of records. And another document we require is just your ID or your passport. So that's it. But get in touch with us. We'll be happy also to fully detail the list of required documents.
Yeah, and if you prefer, we have also a form on our website. So if you prefer, you just can fill the form and send us everything, uploading your titles. Okay.
Awesome.
Some other questions, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I have a question from Douglas, and so I'm translating from English to back to Spanish. You know, I think, yeah, it's about, I mean, full scholarship. Yeah, and we don't offer full scholarship, but you can combine. So if you get a 50% tuition reduction, and also you get those regional scholarship we've talked about, basically you have a full tuition waiver. So I mean, you can do it. And apart from these, also the Italian government is offering a scholarship and a full tuition waiver. We offer those for English taught programs. It's a program that was called Invest Your Talent in Italy, and it should be already open. So if not, it will be, I mean, in 1 week or so. So if you Google Invest Your Talent in Italy, you will find some information about this. And then our embassies, our consulate will publish the call for next year. I think starting from next spring. And yeah, we offer full tuition waiver in terms of, I mean, our government is offering full tuition waiver to postgraduate degree seekers. And yeah, so I think there are, I mean, supplementary opportunities you can benefit from.
Great. We had actually a student who even wrote to us in Italian.
Great.
He actually suggested also to perhaps have a class, you know, to see how it is, how it looks like. He is thanking us all, and he really would like to know everything much more in detail about the program. He's very, very happy about the presentation, and I believe he will be in contact with you. So,
Yeah,
Carlos, thank you very much for writing to us. And
Okay.
again, as I anticipated earlier, we will be sending you an email with all the details, the contact information to get in touch with Alberto and Ilaria. Ask them in relation to your eligibility, in relation to the qualifications that you have, in relation to, you know, any questions that you might have, and we will also forward you all the details on how to proceed in your interest and in your application.
Sí, sí, nosotros estamos aquí para vosotros. Muchas gracias, obrigado, and thank you for being with us then, and hope to hear from you very soon.
Yes, just thank you for me, okay? I think it's okay, grazie.
Grazie, thank you very much.
See you,
Thank you.
bye.
Ciao.
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 Ciao a tutti, bye bye.